A warm welcome to the FORTHEM Talks series.
My name is Katharina Kresse. I'm 27 years old and studied art history and German literature in Hamburg and Mainz. In May 2025, I completed my degree in art history with a Master of Arts. I'm currently working for an interdisciplinary research platform as academic coordinator here at Johannes Gutenberg University Mainz, and also as an open science manager for the FORTHEM Alliance.
Hey, you're doing a PhD.
Yes, I just recently registered my doctoral project, provisionally titled Princesses as Collectors in the Early Modern Period: Networks, Practices, Spaces. Already in my master's thesis, I examined how 3 Saxon electresses influenced the developments of the collections in the so-called Kunstkammer at Dresden Court in the 16th and 17th century. My PhD project now builds on this foundation. By looking at early modern court collections in Dresden, Munich, as well as some in Denmark and Sweden, I am broadening my perspective by further case studies now. My project investigates whether specifically female collecting practices can be identified in the early modern period, and if so, how these can be characterized. What rules governed the exchange of gifts? Was it purely based on the personal interests of the respective participants? Perhaps even on their hobbies, such as gardening or alchemical experiments? Or were there certain conditions that applied? Was the exchange of gifts political, even diplomatic? Can any fashions or trends be identified in the purchase of artistic objects? I am convinced that a look into female-dominated networks, as well as practices of gift exchange, the purchase or bequest of artistic objects, can help us to address these open questions with initial answers, and I aim to do that with my dissertation.
What fascinates you most about your topic?
Quite a lot, actually. The objects from the so-called Wunderkammern or Kunstkammern are incredibly fascinating. They include a grand variety of object groups: lavishly decorated cups, caskets of highly sophisticated craftsmanship, intricate automata, minerals of feathers perceived as exotic, but also, of course, painted portraits or prints. It is also no coincidence that I am primarily focusing on the noblewomen at court. Their influence on court collections or the exchange of gifts, which certainly can be described as diplomatic in some cases, has not been thoroughly investigated for the longest time. There are still several desiderata in this area. In many cases, I am looking at high-ranking noblewomen devised ways to exercise power, even though they were generally excluded from day-to-day political affairs. I am truly fascinated by the ways in which these women repeatedly carved out their own spheres of agency, sometimes through the deliberate donation, gifting or purchase of artistic objects of all kinds, really.
How international is your work?
My first instinct would be to say not international at all, but on second thought, that's not entirely true. Not only am I dealing with female actors and object collections outside of German-speaking lands, I also rely heavily on foundational research carried out by an internationally connected scholarly community. Without the crucial contributions of the predominantly Anglo-American field of queenship studies, for instance, I might have never even discovered my current doctoral topic, or at least not in its present form.
Do you see advantages in the international FORTHEM network, even if you might not be using them actively right now?
During my work for FORTHEM here in Mainz, I was able to get to know many different event formats, both digital and in person. I have seen how the Alliance's wide range of event formats brings together early career researchers who then connect and exchange with one another. Especially the events on site help to break down barriers across national borders one step at a time. Here, long-lasting relationships between European universities are built.
What has been your highlight so far in working on your PhD?
I've only just begun my PhD journey, so this is a rather difficult question to answer. I always find it wonderful when I come across personal accounts by the women whose actions I am researching in my work. I believe it is important to give these women a place in history. And what I find especially valuable is the exchange with colleagues who are also currently pursuing their doctorates as well as the feedback shared at conferences. You simply can't progress without external input.